In this session, we are going to discuss GLP implementation in pharma and biotech industries. GLP stands for Good Laboratory Practice. It is a quality system that ensures laboratory studies are planned, performed, monitored, recorded, reported, and achieved in a consistent and reliable manner. In pharmaceutical and biotechnology industries, GLP plays a critical role in ensuring that research data is accurate, trustworthy, and acceptable to regulatory authorities. Without GLP, even excellent scientific research may not be accepted during product approval. Therefore, GLP is not just about compliance, it is about building trust in scientific data and protecting patient safety. Many people think GLP is a simple and a quality guidance. However, in reality, GLP is often a regulatory requirement for non-clinical studies supporting pharmaceutical products. Studies such as toxicology testing, safety pharmacology, and genotoxicity evaluation must comply with GLP requirements before they can be used for regulatory submissions. Regulatory agencies like the FDA accept these studies to follow GLP standards. If a study does not comply with GLP requirements, regulators may reject the data. This can result in delays, additional studies, increased cost, and delayed product approvals. Therefore, GLP compliance is essential for successful drug development and commercialization. One of the most important lessons in GLP is if it is not documented, it did not happen. Scientific work alone is not enough. The work must also be documented properly. GLP transforms scientific observations into regulatory evidence. Every procedure, observation, deviation, calculation, and result must be documented accurately. Even a single undocumented protocol deviation can create serious regulatory concerns. Such issues may lead to study rejection, clinical holds, or delays in product development. This is why documentation is considered one of the most critical aspects of GLP compliance. Successful GLP implementation is built on five major pillars. The first pillar is organization and personnel. Qualified staff, clear responsibilities, and trained study directors are essential. The second pillar is facilities and equipment. Laboratories must have suitable facilities and calibrated instruments to ensure reliable results. The third pillar is protocols and SOPs. Standard operating procedures ensure consistency in laboratory operations. The fourth pillar is quality assurance. Independent QA personnel monitor compliance and verify that studies follow approved procedures. The fifth pillar is reporting. All studies actives and findings must be documented accurately and completely. Together, these five pillars form the backbone of a GLP compliant laboratory. Implementing GLP is not just a procedural change, it is a cultural transformation. Initially, many laboratories see GLP as an additional burden. Employees may feel that documentation requirements increase workload and reduce productivity. During implementation, organizations begin to understand how GLP requirements fit into daily laboratory operations. Training programs, SOPs development, documentation systems, and quality controls are introduced. Eventually, laboratories realize that GLP strengthens data reliability and regulatory acceptance. At this stage, GLP becomes an enabler rather than an obstacle. The organization develops a culture of quality, accountability, and scientific discipline. During inspections, regulators pay close attention to specific GLP requirements. First, they review the complaints statement. The study director must formally declare that the study was conducted according to GLP requirements. Second, inspectors examine protocol deviations. Any deviation from approved procedures must be documented, investigated, and justified. Third, inspectors review raw data integrity. Data must be accurate, dated, and traceable to the original source. Fourth, inspectors evaluate archiving practices. All study records, reports, specimens, and supporting documents must be stored properly for future retrieval. These areas are often considered high risk during inspections and therefore receive special attention. Although GLP originally focused on non-clinical safety studies, its influence extends far beyond toxicology laboratories. GLP creates a strong quality culture across the entire research and development organization. Many principles of good manufacturing practice or GMP are closely related to GLP concepts. GLP encourages process discipline, data integrity, documentation excellence, accountability, quality focused decision making. As organizations mature, these principles influence manufacturing, quality assurance, validation, and regulatory affairs activities as well. Therefore, GLP serves as a foundation for broader quality management systems. Organizations implementing GLP experience several important benefits. The first benefit is increased data reliability. Studies become more reproducible, consistent, and scientifically credible. The second benefit is regulatory acceptance. GLP compliant studies are more likely to be accepted by regulatory agencies. The third benefit is reduced rework. Proper documentation and process controls reduce errors, investigations, and repeated studies. The fourth benefit is enhanced reputation. Regulators, investors, business partners, and customers gain confidence in the organization quality systems. These benefits often outweigh the cost of implementing GLP programs. Today, GLP is recognized internationally. A GLP compliance study conducted in one country can often be accepted by regulatory authorities in many countries. The international harmonization reduces duplicate testing and accelerates access to medicines and healthcare products. More than 50 countries recognize OECD GLP principles. For pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies operating globally, GLP compliance become a competitive advantage. It helps organizations enter international markets more effectively and reduces regulatory barriers. This global acceptance is one of the strongest reasons for implementing GLP successfully. As we conclude today's session, remember that GLP is much more than a regulatory requirement. GLP is a framework for building trust in scientific research. It ensures that Laboratory studies are accurate, reproducible, transparent, and scientifically valid. We discussed why GLP matters in pharma and biotech, the importance of documentation, core pillars of GLP compliance, inspection expectations, benefits of implementation, global acceptance of GLP. The ultimate goal of GLP is simple: to ensure that products reach patients are safe, effective, and supported by reliable scientific evidence. Remember this key message: good science becomes trusted science only when it is supported by good laboratory practice. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, kindly post them in the comment section.